And welcome back to another live session. I managed to come in just in time after a break to do this live session. The one I did previously was in the Paintology channel. It was this drawing that I actually got up to where I left, and I was showing you the details and the power of the phone is to get really close to the details with this zoom. And then you can see with this zoom, you can make this person look like human. Maybe I'll have some fun later on with this painting. So you can see I used a very tiny brush with the density setting. And the density setting allows me to vary the tonal values of this. And this is where pretty much all artists will talk about, but never have they been able to put it into practice, such as here in digital. So you can actually have the same platform to practice your tones, and tones play a vital part in drawing and painting. It is the key to making impressive artwork in the artwork that you see in big canvases. In fact, the large canvases that you will find in museums are actually pretty much drawn in this manner, because when you look close up at the details of the work, it's a mishmash of paint. You can get close to it, but not many people will get close to it because they don't draw. They just appreciate the artwork for what it is from afar, right? But if you're into drawing, like me, painting, then you probably come to this channel for that purpose. And so digital drawing is not the way you will see me draw, the way other people draw. So I don't go jump to tools and to do everything under the sun. I developed the core skills, fundamental skills, which I want to pass on to you yourself. Yeah. So let's look at this. This is where I left off. I did initially with block coloring, then I focused on something different, which was the background here. You see, I was doing the focusing on the background. What I mean by that is, if you look at the background here, it looks like there's some man-made objects at the back. Yeah. And then of course I drew this what looks like a teddy bear on the front, because they all look like a weird shape, almost looks like a human, like with two arms, extended arms. So I might have a bit of fun with this one when I finish the drawing. So I'll probably need another 45 minutes to an hour to complete this drawing to this which reference image that we were trying to follow. Yeah. So just to show you, okay, this is where we get better in drawing. This technique is designed to improve your drawing skills, the understanding of tones and values. If you just want to draw a particular type of style of drawing, like anime, then you're probably better off using the other digital apps which cater to a lot of tools for doing that. But if you want to do a variety of paint, just like traditional drawings, then this is probably the best approach to use. So let me save that. Okay, and then let me show you a few drawings I've done here. This one I completed yesterday. It was of the phone as well. As you know, if you're new to this channel, you'll know that I do this on the phone. And this is typically how I draw. This phone, Note 10, I have, and my finger, but I'm using my stylus because I make a lot of drawings and I have to be, have to, I have to, I get cramped, so I need to use the stylus. A little bit easier, lighter for me. So stylus is dirt cheap. You can get any stylus, but fingers also works effectively. If you're on the train, on your way to work, and you can bring it down perfect for making some good drawings. So that's the style of, that's the way I use my drawing. And then a few of the resources I want to point out. This one, if you go to the home page of the paintology.com and then go down just below the link, you'll find a link there. Go down to that link, you'll see all the live streams that I have. I usually post some things ahead of time, and then so you have a chance to load the reference image ready for the drawing. In this case, the second live session I have is this one, and it looks very complex, and trust me, after having done the first one, I do feel a little challenged now having picked this. But anyway, that is the whole idea of your drawing journey, to challenge yourself. Do something that's always familiar. You're not going to get anywhere beyond what you're familiar with. Do something that you want to learn and experiment and get to a higher level than you ever thought possible. You need to experiment, learn. You need to be open-minded about the possibilities. You need to keep doing it as well. And you'll find when you do it, you're not doing it because of the sake of doing it. You're doing it because you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying this journey, there's no point doing it. And the reason why nobody enjoys this journey is, for some reason, I've figured out that they don't understand the drawing process. They don't understand the techniques, art techniques that are fundamental to good drawing. They don't understand these core skills, and these are the what's lacking in most beginners. And these are the things I want to show you with the Paintology app. Look how I drew this. This was done. I did most of it in the session, and then I spent another 45 minutes tidying up the colors. It's quite challenging, and again, something I learned. These spectacular ribbing, red, orange ribbing, took quite a while to do. And so you never know what you can expect. But the more you do it, the more you learn, the more you get better, and the faster you can do it. And then it turns out that you've got exceptional skills or talent which nobody else possesses, and everyone thinks you're born with it. It's just ridiculous in my opinion. So this is it. This is, you can see it looks almost photographic, right? Isn't it? I quite like it. And then there was another one I did just before that. This was this one, the bluebells. So again, I didn't quite get to the finish. Usually I try and finish the drawing in one sitting with the live stream. This one I just took another 40 minutes of my time and just cleared it up. And then I've got a video for that if you're interested. I'll post that if you're doing this. But honestly, all you need is a few techniques. Home in, understand these techniques, block coloring, and the art of understanding the density setting of the brush. That's it. And that's why I don't have to go to layers, blending, tools, correction, line corrections, and all that. That's, if you do that, you'll find that your digital artwork will appear digital looking anyway. So I'm pretty sure you show this drawing to anyone anywhere, they will not guess it was done digitally. It's just the way the digital art has evolved, and I talk a lot about that on my Quora profile, which you can check out. It's paintology.quora.com, and also my profile you should check out, where I've answered over 1,000 questions related to digital art. And then, of course, read the Paintology blog section, where I have detailed posts and articles on the subject of digital drawing. And I do have good traditional background as well, and I have a lot of art pieces hanging around at my sister's place, so you're welcome to come see it, but you need to make an appointment. So anyway, so let's go back to that. And there is, in case you think I don't finish anything in one sitting, and then you're probably, smiling at that thought. Well, let me show you one couple that I've done in one sitting. This one, no, I did not do that. This one I did in one sitting. See that? Beautiful, isn't it? This was done in landscape mode, but I can't show it to you in landscape. So that was done. And then I've done quite a few others. I'll show you another one that I did. This one prior to that was the lion. Don't believe I did that. Here, this one in one sitting there. Again, this was a very interesting one actually. It showed the power of the tones and values that you will learn in any art classes you go to. So you can do drawings pretty quickly. You don't have to spend hours and hours getting to a particular level, providing you know the techniques. And then the techniques is black coloring, which I'm going to show you, and they're very critical to improving your skills rapidly. You can see I can draw so rapidly in the space of over an hour and produce drawings like this, which means that I do have something that I can share with you. And you can again be mistaken for this drawing, and this is done on the phone, to be done with traditional materials rather than digital, right? So let's pick the drawing that we're going to do. Trace image, go to trace image, and I've got this image already loaded. Here you are, this one already downloaded that I meant. So this is really challenging. I'm thinking that the winter season is coming up, and I'm having sentimental feelings of winter, you know, winter greetings and snow and all that. And so that's the reason I picked that, and and that's the reason I chose this one. Let's have a close look at this. Let's zoom in and rotate. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm afraid I don't have the Bob Ross skills of taking a big bristle brush and then just dabbing these snow areas. I don't have that luxury of doing this in digital. So I'm gonna try and figure out different. Let me look at this closely. So I'm going to try and tackle this really quickly. And you know what? I'm going to challenge myself and finish this in this one sitting. So you can watch me. This is a challenge that I've given myself. So here goes. So I may be operating at a speed that you probably think only Formula One racing cars can produce. But trust me, if you keep practicing like I do, you will have the skills. So here goes. So I'm going to do this really quickly. This is only the line brush. I'm going to stick to the line brush. I'm not going to move to shade. And then I'm going to carry on doing this. Excuse me just for 1 second. Hello everyone. Sorry about that. I too had a phone call that came in. But anyway, now we've got back to normal. And since I don't have any more live sessions, I will spend some more time with you guys since you're all sitting there and looking to learn a lot and hopefully enjoying it. And do please provide any feedback if you have anything particular you want to see or let me talk about. It's always good to get that feedback on my live stream because I don't actually get any feedback. Maybe you're still you're still mesmerized with how people can draw like this, perhaps, or who knows, I don't know. But I'm not going to know until you tell me. So please do provide feedback and please do the drawings along with me if you can. Even if you can't manage to keep up with me, you can always carry on, come back to the video and just resume. Yeah, you can always stop the video and say, okay, what's the next step? So as I said, I'm still going to stick to the challenge. I'm going to try and complete this in the same sitting here. Beautiful image, isn't it? Such a gorgeous, all the colors there of the snow, the everything. But I'm going to try and make this painting quickly, right? So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to pick broad colors. So I'm going to pick the broad colors, very bigger brushes, and then like this much, yeah, and then pick usually the color picker, right? Go through that. And then I'm just going to go through the sky, right? And pick the color picker, go through the sky, just lay down the basic, so I can do the basic blending. Just do the sky, okay? Then do the background there. I'm going to see if I can get away with doing a nice drawing without in the short time I have available here, right? That's all I'm going to do. Let's got that, clear that. And then I'm going to do this white. It looks actually white, but you'll be surprised. It's not white. Look at the color. Look at the color. It's not white at all. You think it's white, but that's the eyes giving the illusion of the. Look at that. Look at this color. That's probably the colors that we want. Cancel. Oops. Why does that pop up every time? So use the same tone just to build up the foundational colors. This is if you're not getting the code, this is typically what artists will do when they're drawing traditionally. And I'm not going to go into the details of drawing traditionally. Look, I made a mistake, so put that together. So what have we got here? We got that. That's great. That's the first thing we want, right? And then now what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to shape these trees because these trees are important. But before I do that, I'm going to blend the sky. So I'm going to go into shade, lower keep it 100%, and then just blend it. That's all. I don't want it to look choppy as it just does now, right? And just pick any color and just continue to blend it as like it's a sky, yeah? That's all we're trying to do, nothing complicated. Pick the color here. right there, because the trees will get in the way. So now I've got a blended sky, right? That was the fastest blended sky you've probably ever seen in your life, but there it is, right? So now I'm going to go here. So now I've got this. I've got the colors going all the way there. We don't. So what I'm going to do is stretch these colors, go back to the line brush, and I'm going to stretch these colors that are going all the way here. Don't need to worry about blending it, because I didn't quite take it all the way. And I'm going to do something quick. Don't worry about it. I'm just blending with the lower density setting, that's all. Okay. So now I'm going to say, you know what? How quickly can I render these trees? So I'm going to save this because I'm working on a prototype app. So I have to keep loading this because we're testing for memory leaks. So that's what the developer has asked me to use this particular app. But you won't have any problems, right? Okay. So how quickly can we get this? So let's look at this, right? We want to render this color. So first of all, I'm going to pick a blind brush that matches close to that branch. It's the beauty of nature, right? Is that close? And then we want to get the color close to it. Is that about right? I think it needs a little smaller. Yep, that looks right. So now we're going to see if, yep, that's quite a nice color. Now we're going to see if we can take the density down so we can get different set of tones. Look, see how the different tones have come in? Yeah, so that's, I'm taking advantage of that. So this is what I'm going to do really quickly. You don't think it's possible, right? Well, just watch, mate. Just watch. You think it wasn't possible? Just keep watching. I'm just following the shape. Right, you'll be shocked at how quickly this is the same as Bob Ross when he does his tree, but I put more details into my tree, mate. Just watch. Okay, that didn't quite work, but I can show you how this is gonna work. There, now it works. You see? Don't judge me too quick. See how that's working? Beautiful. I just need to take it out like that. Use my eyes. Yeah. And then what do we got here? Okay. Now do you see? Right. You're beginning to see now, aren't you? Waking up to it. Okay. Because remember, this is a race against time. I don't have the liberty of spending too long in this. So I should have carried this color back, but that's all right. Don't worry about it because this is something you learn. So this is only using the same, right? And if you go over it, you create this dark effect. Have we got any more on that? Yeah, we have more of that. But before we do that, let's finish this tree here, right? So we can increase the density here, and then we can get a bigger color, a darker color, and see if there's that. Look at that beautiful branch here. So we're going to increase that, get that dark. Remember, this is what gives. This is how Bob Ross did it. He learned techniques that helped him. No, this was a tree. Look at this. Wow, I'm beginning to see what that's all about. There's a tree behind this. There's a house. Look at that shape. I'm not going to do that. That's why I kept that shape, okay? Okay, so now we're going to get these colors, these branches that are coming out, okay? So I'm going to switch between this, right? These branches that are coming out. They're not all over the place, right? There's very little tricks. So you can see that this is, remember I'm not using any auto correction. Right there. Then I could reduce the color here, then where it appears, and then reduce the line brush, right where it appears here. This is always a good exercise, wouldn't you agree, right? If I fail, I'll fail gracefully. I won't complain. But if you know me, I never fail. So, and that's not being cocky. I never allow myself to fail. I'll always pull something off. Okay, now the next bit is these beautiful white streaks. I'm going to try and get them in a different way. They're like a little bit grayish, but they're almost to the white, and they're also bigger, I believe. So I'm gonna try and do something like this. See what happens. Right, look at that. Too big. It's way too big. Right, so I'm just putting this down for now. Right. I'm just putting this down for now. Right, as though they're the snow parts, that snowy parts that are on the tree, right? And just going over it, and then that's not the color I'm gonna end up with. I'm gonna try and use a different, look, just going over. I'm gonna try and use another color, so building it up. Do you know what I mean? Right? And then be careful about going down all the way. Right, and then I'm going to use another color, pick up the density, lower it, and then see what that does, right? It's different, it's a different color. Pick up the color, it's a little higher density, and then it's the same tone. Right, just maybe take it down a little bit. See, this is where your appreciation of tones will come into it. Really take it down, right? Just keep building it. It's a method that I've just adopted, this method, thinking it might work. Why not? So I'm going to use darker right? And then if it works, we can apply it to the next. And I'm going to get rid of that, you know, that barge that's sitting on there. I don't want that. Right, let's go up in the grey tone, a bit darker. Then, why not? Right? See what the effect it gives. You don't know until you understand the effect. You just don't know. This is working out to be a bit. See what I'm doing? All right. This is, you could say, a technique that you just develop on the fly. Right there. Right there. Right, just using my eyes there. Right there. Now you're probably thinking, this guy could pull it off, man. This wasn't kidding. Wasn't kidding at all. I just might pull it off. This is when you enjoy nature so much, the beauty of nature, right? And then I could say I'm not done yet. Remember, I've got this beautiful tone that I could just lift up, and then I could change the brush size even more, right? Sort of like giving it volume, shape. Can probably use a little bit of the white. Look at that. Now this. Look at the beauty of that coming out. Just use it and follow your eyes and understand that this may work or may not work, and then use a different color. It's the beauty of digital, man. It's like the most beautiful thing you can think of. Digital is like so powerful, a lot more powerful than people make out. Right there. And you know what? I'm gonna take it up now. Take it down to a more darker region. That there. Almost looks like there's less snow or whatever the leaves are, you know. Don't want it that harsh. So just taking it down. So that giving it volume, shape, isn't it? Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it looks like, and even take it down even more, right? So you can get this little tweaks. Gives it more substance, right? This you need a stylus for, I believe. I mean, you could still use your fingers, but as you go along, you can fix them. Look at that. We fixed that, isn't it? Now let's focus. Let me save this. Okay, and then I'm going to open it up again. Because like I said, that's what I need to do on this particular APK that I'm working with. Yeah, I've got a lovely thing going on here. And now let's try and tackle this. What's going on here? It's like a range of trees, isn't it? So I'm going to try and blend that. I'm going to spend too much time doing that. So I'm going to blend that. Because remember, I'm doing a race here. Just creating the illusion of layers, right? Creating the illusion of something going on. That's all we're doing. We can pick some of the tones. Why not? Everything there, yeah. And now we want to create these beautiful foresty trees in the background. Come down because they're so pronounced, isn't it? Right, sort of something in the distance. We don't know what it is, but remember that's what great masters used to do, right? Right there, volume, give it volume, shape, giving the illusion of something going on at the background, and we can fix that later. But look at this one, right? I'm going to skip this tree at the back, and then I'm going to try and define this with this much brush. Take it out. I'm going to have a different approach to this. Right, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but right now I'm just picking out shapes which I feel might work for me and might not. That's a real challenge. You're probably thinking that I'm going to fail this, and you may be right. Could be right though, isn't it? Because it does look. But remember, you don't know me yet. I don't get. I look at it like a challenge. Challenge me at your expense. Oops. Do you see how that changes? Beautiful, isn't it? That wonderful color changes. Right. Okay, let's see where we are. Okay, we're getting there. And now, this thing, yeah, it's bugging me here a little bit. I think I know what to do. I'm going to see if that works. You know, I'm going to go in this tone here, then move it. That's too harsh. Although I could lower the tone. Yes, that's working, I think. This is like a Bob Ross tree here coming up. So I got to do this really quickly. That's why I'm using every technique under my belt to pull this off, just to show you that techniques are so vital to everything. What's this going on? Is there a tree behind there? No, I think there is, but I wouldn't worry about it at this stage. Just laying down the trees. Remember, this is a challenge. I'm going to make that down. Right there. Right, just lay down the first. Remember, I'm going to keep adding you're watching this. I'm not teaching you here. You're just watching this to see how far I can go, right? You're probably thinking this is the way it should be done. You're probably thinking, wow, he's naturally switched on to this, isn't it? Okay, so here, look, I'm going to add a bit of details there just to get these dark tones out the way, yeah? Doesn't have to be dark right away. You can darken it with the tone changes here. So this is why you have to, your mastery of the tools becomes so important, right? This is in fact the way I used to draw when I first started drawing, was learning the techniques as I went along, and then I realized that you can do so much more with the digital media. Okay, so what have we got here? Got this color, so we can take that color, take it down, and just follow the notion of branches. Because they do have a uniformity. Remember, I'm not doing that tree. Right, and then we're going to do this tree here. So this is quite good in that I can see myself. Look at that, these colors are nowhere near these. So I'm just gonna add these. This is like looking at a drawing, right? It's no different. I'm not cheating or anything. Right there. Look at that beautiful path. Look at that beautiful path. In fact, I'm going to enjoy this doing this path. But I want to spend a bit more time on that path. Okay. Let's see where we are now. That's it. It's coming together, isn't it? Now let's see if we can. Have I got? Yeah, I need to save it. I'm sorry about that. Save. Okay, you're probably thinking this guy's going to pull it off here, isn't it? This guy's not. There's no end to his gutsy performance, is it? Well, there you are. See? Right there. Look. Pick these colors. Just going to shape it. That's all. Pick these colors. Just shaping it. Because they're at the foreground, I can use more of the density settings. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm not going to put that into my picture. Okay. Okay, just finish this foreground. It's beautiful. It's a painterly effect. In fact, one of my drawings is called the painterly effect, and I've done some forest using this, but less of a challenge that I put myself. Okay. Picking the color tones. Very important that you pick the color tones. You see, it's like I'm not mixing the colors. I'm just picking it. I don't have to mix the colors. I'm picking it because I have the color palette. Why would I want to mix the colors? I'm picking the exact colors that I want for my drawing. Wow, look at that beautiful thing. Shape. And then every now and then, even though I'm not following the shape, so it gets bigger as you get near, so giving the illusion of perspective here. Then take a different color. That's it. Then do this color. Let's bring it in. This. And then remember I said I was going to leave that path. But look at that beautiful golden, wonderful golden path. Look at that, the sun where it hits it. Oh, so wonderful, isn't it? Right there. Okay, and then here. Wow, and look what's happening here. Look at this beautiful blue. Right. Still kept a really broad brush. And here. Pick that golden yellow. It's representative of the tree, isn't it? And there's always bushes here, right there. Right. So I've been bringing all my skills to bear just to do this challenge here. Look at this beautiful piece. I reduce that. Pick that town. It's like picking another. And pick this town. Right. And pick that town. Then pick this town. What's happening here? It's going down here. And then what do we got here? We've got this flat town, which I want to make sure I get. This is the pyramid. And then there are bushes there. Look at that, beautiful. so not too worried about it. So what have we got here? Wow, looking impressive, isn't it? Haha. Now you're probably eating your words, isn't it? Thinking he knows what he's doing. Wow, I'm so happy with this actually. And I'm glad I was put up for the challenge. Thank you for putting me through this challenge. Actually, it was of my own making, wasn't it? But anyway, this is where you can do, honestly, there is nothing complicated about painting and drawing. Now I've shown you the beauty, the majestic beauty of painting. Such a wonderful experience. I cannot put into words. You know, you just have to do it. Right? So you just have to do it. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, we've got something good going on here. Now we need to shape up those trees. Let's save this. Doing well for time, right? So, wow, we're not even under an hour here. So let's see what I've got here. Now all I need to do is shape. I've got a good brush size. I'm going to take it down a bit, okay? And just follow the, this is too small. Just provide some details, right? You know, I've got to see what's happening here. It's actually some of these things that are falling the side, right? Then you can always change the color to a little light, giving it shape, volume, everything the teachers taught you in art. Beautiful, isn't it? What you can do is just a little few, and then you can see here that there's, and then pick these a bit darker color. Just give the impression that there's more to it than meets the eye. Right? What's these colors? Come on. Get stuck. That golden color. This golden color is actually here as well, but just too bright. So I'm going to bring the tone down between those trees. That's what I'm trying to address. Yeah, just those lights peeping through. Wow, wonderful. Wow, look at it peeping through. You know what? I'm going to put that black. So pick that black. Remember, we've got these trunks of these trees that we want to do. Right? In fact, I've got a different, obviously, slightly looking different too. And then I'm going to pick that color. Just give the illusion. sparingly. Don't go over the top of any colors they used. Now I'm going to try and fix these, add these like sort of at the back somewhere, right? Giving the three-dimensional effect. I've already got the color, so I'm adding a little bit of that dark blue that's going on here. Remember, I'm looking for effect, not doing exactly what's, just creating the illusion of effects. Right, and then I got this gold color. I want to lower this actually because it's more diffused around here. Wow. And then I want to take that black color because you know it's like inside it's going to get dark, isn't it? Then enter at your own peril if you want. Right, let's see if we can have some of the black here. Right, just giving the illusion. Yes. Right, so just giving the illusion there's something there, branches that's come out a bit thinner maybe. Right there. Just trying to capture Alright, let's see what we've got here. That's not bad going, is it? I can see that there's some improvements that needs to be added here. Let me just increase it. Notice I'm pushing the tree line back with the colors of the background. Right. Okay. So all I'm doing, using the colors of the background. And then here, pick a color black. Right, just to give it volume. Just It's all about tones. All about tones. And you can see if it gets a little too heavy with the black colors, bring in another color, right? Shape it. Just create the effect. All right. Okay, and then you could dampen it with a little bit of, I don't know what I'm doing, just trying to consist of all different tones, doesn't it? Trees consist of all different tones. So let's take this tone and say to this guy, you are this happy tree is. And then let's, okay, you know what's happened, so I'm going to save this. Save. So this is a record-breaking saving. What do you reckon? My paintings, drawing. The record-breaking session that I'm doing here, and you're thinking, how? Okay, which is nice to say and do. I'll take that down, right, and then I'm going to pick the color tones, right, so just going to take it up a bit, I think, and just sort of fleshing out this lovely sets of tones that are happening here, and then these light tones that make up the mounds, right, and then these dark tones that have, and then these bushes here. So let's just clear this, shape this, yeah, that's it, shape it. Right, that's it. Take it down, and then we can, that's it. That's all there is to it. And then we can add these tiny bushels here, right, to give the illusion. It's all about techniques. Look at these tiny bushes here, and we're going to improve on that. We haven't quite finished that, remember? So let's see what color we've got. That's a bit too harsh. Take it down, and then let's create the bushes. The line breaks are happening here for now. Right there. Oh, come on. Okay. Just adding character to this, and then now we've got these trees. Got the dark. How far do they extend? Well, they're very vertical, aren't they? So we need to keep some vertical aspect to it, right? Remember, that tree is the most prominent tree. So, got this. Sort of a white. So I'm bringing this down, right, to resemble like snow clinging onto it. And if you're not getting the white, just change it up a bit. Then use the colors that you've already got, and then just add, and then change it up that they're giving the illusion that there's something going on, right? I don't know. Just adding detail to make it look like I think I could probably add a bit more of a deeper color here. Oh god, I hate it when I do that. Deeper color here. Increase the brush. Let's sort of take that color. Add like just add a little bit of substance, you know what I mean? Like giving it volume and giving it shape so we can get away with minimum as we can, right? So it's looking good, isn't it? You have to admit, I mean, I pulled it off, didn't I? Or you could post in your comment and say if I manage to pull it off and if it looks as aesthetically pleasing to the eye as the original. I think I'm not quite finished yet. I like this color. Dark color. Let me put a few things here. Because kind of like a hollow scape area. And we can clear the middle section up and we say we're done, isn't it? Although I feel like I need to put a little bit of the white here. Get some of that, grab some of that white. Not quite white. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to diffuse this area a little bit. Not too much, because already it's looking interesting, isn't it? Diffuse this region here. Pick the color pickers. That really take it down. And just see if we can diffuse it. Pick the color picker. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's see what that looks like, shall we? I think that's looking good, isn't it? I'm okay with what's happening on the thing, but do we need to do any more? You can tell me after this drawing. Let me just pick these colors and pick a different to just balance it out. This is a Paintology type. Got that little rock there, isn't it? Why not show that path. It's there for everyone to cross, not like that forest where you go through there, isn't it? It's spooky through that hole there. Go here, just sort of softening it. It's inviting you to come to my cave. Come now. Enter this, or enter the path. This tranquil path leading all the way to the hills, right? Oh, that beautiful. This is amazing, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, what do you think? Do you think I pulled it off? I don't know. I think I produced a piece of painting. It looks better painterly, doesn't it? You can decide and tell me what you think. Let's add a little bit of darkness to it, you know. All right, it's like a crooked path. Very inviting all the way to the far distance. And let's pick this one. Just sort of darken the area here. All right, here, look. Look how easily that was done, right? You see what happens when you have skills, art techniques, right? Look at that. You got invitation to walk the path. Or I like the slant on this, even though it doesn't, it's straight on the other one. No, straight. I like the slant on it. You know, it almost looks like you're going to take off on a plane or something, isn't it? Anyway, let's take the color picker here. So let me know what you think. Do you think I pulled it off or not? You know, you may have your own views. I haven't done this one. Do you see how I left some of the path here? It's easily fixed, isn't it? There it is. Right there. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to put my name, Paintology, on this. We didn't even do anything with this. How fascinating. Let's have a look. Okay. So we're going to add our name here. I hope you enjoyed this. We did that just over an hour. Incredible, isn't it? Let's pick a color. This one maybe, or what? This one? That looks a little harsh. Paintology, there you are. So I hope you enjoyed this. Appreciate any feedback, and please subscribe, and hope to see you tomorrow. And please check out the other one that I did. I can safely say that I've finished this drawing on this session, so I have less work to do. All I need to do is finish the other one, which was a different approach I used completely to this. So I hope you've learned a few things here, and see you soon for another session. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.